Hello there! Wow! Perfect! Wonderful! Well done!
Okay!
What's up, everybody? The Nintendo Beast here, jumping back into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It is time to give my first reactions to Wave 2 of the Booster Course Pass. We've got the Turnip Cup with New York Minute from Tour, Mario Circuit 3 from Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart? SNES, right? Yeah. Calamari Desert, which is a game, a course to my own heart, from Mario Kart 64 on the N64, and Waluigi Pinball from Mario Kart DS. Then we got, again, from Mario Kart Tour, Sydney Sprint. We've got Snowland from Game Boy Advance. We've got Mushroom Gorge, which is another one of my favorites, from the Nintendo Wii. And we've got Sky High Sunday, which is a brand new course here in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And that is the Propeller Cup. So we're going to jump into Turnip Cup. I have not played any of these courses yet. I'm doing a real simple 50cc not World Cup, Grand Prix here. Mostly because I am trash, but also because I want to really take the time to be able to appreciate these courses and give a thoughtful analysis as I go through. So I'm digging this already. This New York Minute course, I'm digging it. Let me scoot over a little bit. I feel like I'm off-centered, but I think it's only because of my Sonic plushie being a little bit bigger than Pikachu on the other side. So I'm not wildly familiar with the Mario Kart Tour courses. I've played a bit of Mario Kart Tour, but it was just never really... It was good for killing time, but it was never really... I was never really that into it, admittedly. So I can't even begin to say how similar it is to the original. I think I made a kind of a similar statement in the Wave 1 first impression video I did. But it feels very basic. It feels very simple. Lots of drifting. I don't mind a simple and basic course though. With that being said, like my favorite course of all time, well, not of all time, but in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you know, being me, is Animal Crossing. And Animal Crossing is not a wildly dynamic course or anything. There aren't a lot of cliffs you can drive off of. There aren't a whole lot of ways you can just terribly screw up on that course. And I feel like this is a similar course in that way. There aren't a whole heck of a lot of ways that you could just, like, terribly screw up. But with that said, you could definitely see the influence of the game that it, you know, launched on. Tour, because of just, like, how much drifting there is. Like, if anybody's not familiar with Tour, it's a lot of... This is pretty cool. It's all, like, tap-based. So you tap to you know, drift and stuff like that, because it is on mobile. So whenever you get a Tour course, I feel like it's assumed that it's going to be a little bit simplified. It's going to be a little bit simpler in that way to other courses that were either made for a console with more buttons and different controller configurations and what have you. But yeah, overall, not a bad course. I enjoyed it. A little bit simple, but I'm going to say minimalist, because I feel like simple is kind of a negative, whereas being minimal is not necessarily inherently a bad thing. So, on to Mario Circuit 3 from Super Mario Kart, from the Super Nintendo. Now, this one I do remember. I mean, it's hard to compare it the older games like Super Mario Kart. I believe it's called Super Mario Kart, right? I might be Mario Kart on SNES. It's difficult in my mind to compare the two because, I mean, really, they were using sprites back then. You know what I mean? Like, it was all two-dimensional. So now we're, you know, we've shifted from like two-dimensional sprites to, you know, fully three-dimensional, high-definition polygons and what have you. So it's never going to be exactly the same. But as far as the actual course goes, it is pretty reminiscent. The layout and whatnot, from my recollection. It's definitely another minimal course. And again, drawing from the inspiration that it does, it would make sense. I'm just getting hammered by red shells right now. Come on, guys. Leave me alone. Let me get like a lightning bolt or something. Just drop these kids. Maybe for future reference, for future videos, maybe I'll do like 100cc, so it's at least a little bit more competitive. But I feel like I can more relaxingly go for a stroll. You know, assuming that people stop throwing all these freaking turtle shells at me. Haha, blue shell person, you suck. You didn't deserve that anyway. But anyway, like I was saying, based on the source material that this course is drawing inspiration from back on the SNES, you would assume that it would be pretty minimal. But, you know, for what it is, I would say it's not quite as fun, not quite as cool as, oh my god. Embarrassing. Maybe I'll leave it to 50cc. It's not quite as cool as New York Minute. I think New York Minute, it was minimal, but the actual course design, the things around it, kind of made up for that, and it was a bit, well, not a bit, significantly more dynamic in, like, the path of the course changed as you went. Wow, embarrassing again. I mean, I am going to lap this poor Inkling girl, so, you know, let me do it. Let me just get it over with. Bye, Inkling girl. You're that bad. But yeah, I don't know. It's alright. Nothing to write home about. It's cool for the nostalgia factor itself. If you played Mario Kart on SNES, it'll definitely be reminiscent. But beyond that, it's not a course that's gonna come up and everybody, you know, on online multiplayer and everybody's gonna vote for it. It's just kind of, it's cool. It's fine. Next. Now, here we go. Mario Kart 64, Calamari Desert. I'm hoping, I can already see some big differences, but I'm hoping that it remains at least relatively faithful to the original. I'm interested to see how it handles the terrain. I remember discussing Calamari Desert in the past and saying how I'd love to have a remaster of it, because it was one of my favorite courses back on N64. Soundtrack, same as before. The railroad crossings, very similar. I love this. So far, I love this. I felt like the Choco, what was it, the Choco Mountain course that they pulled from N64 in Wave 1. I feel like in ways it was the same, but in a lot of ways it didn't do the original course justice. This is so much more like turn for turn. I like this so much better than their interpretation of Choco Desert, or Choco, what was it, Choco Canyon? Something like that. And it is oh my god, dude, with the shells. It is a little bit minimalist, but not too bad. I'm gonna go off this, because why not, right? Come on. Oh yeah! Oh. Where did this thing come from? Alright, well now I'm just going to ride the rails. Oh, this is a thing you can do. Okay. Okay. I know on N64... Maybe this is even what you're supposed to do on this course. I know back on N64, I did this even though you weren't supposed to. Oh no, this is straight up something you can do now. You can go through these tunnels. Okay, this is getting kind of annoying with all this nonsense, though. Okay, so in this one, you actually do ride the rails, so it's a little bit more dynamic than the one on N64, for sure. I'm gonna get on this side of the tracks, because I'm gonna have to cut over there. I like that. Now, you didn't have to go off that ramp to get to that, I don't think. But, you could. I guess that's a shortcut. I mean, if you're not an idiot like me, and you have a speed boost, like a mushroom or something, use your power up to get to that ramp, and then you're golden. And then it actually would be more likely than not a solid shortcut, but I want to play that again. I want to play that course again because I feel like there's more to it that I missed out on. I feel like there's more. That is, again, it's probably a lot of nostalgia coming into play here when I say this, but so far that is my favorite course. One, because it is so faithful to the original, but also because it takes things that were in the original and it doubles down on them. Like, I remember as a kid, I used to ride the rails. Like, I used to, like, be like, oh, screw the race, and try to, okay, so we're going to Waluigi Pinball on DS. Just wanted to say that out there. Because I'm going over with this Calamari Desert. But I remember trying to go on the train tracks and go through that tunnel. And it, you died. You died in the process and you lost the race 100% of the time. But it was good fun. And now they kind of increased, they improved the course by adding that as an element. Which is cool. Like an actual element. Not just like I forfeit the race, I'm going to try to go into this tunnel. But anyway, enough talking about Calamari Desert, because we're on to Waluigi Pinball. And I'm digging it so far. This is definitely the most advanced course of the Turnip Cup so far, I would say. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is, This is giving me, oh god. This is giving me some N64 vibes too. Reminiscent to, the stupid egg at the end of Yoshi's Canyon. There's that. Also, the chain chomps on N64's Rainbow Road, where they just come at you and you just gotta try to dip them. I'm glad I'm playing 50cc on this course, though, because I feel like I'd be terrible. But yeah, no, this is very cool. This is an awesome course. I didn't play much DS. Period. Like any DS. I mean, I played some DS, but I didn't play a lot of DS. Like, in any capacity. So I don't remember Mario Kart DS. I don't remember playing it all that much. And that's what... This is a Mario Kart DS course. So I can't say, again, on this one, I can't say how faithful it is to the original. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I do... This is going to be enraging, this area right here, I can already tell. But that's not to say I don't enjoy it. When it comes to online multiplayer, I'm going to hate that. I can tell you that right now. But just running through it on 50cc World... I keep saying World Prix. Grand Prix. It's fun. And then they got this fun little cannon. Takes you back to the top. Which in my mind is reminiscent... Again, I mean, obviously this is reminiscent of the actual course that it draws inspiration from on DS. But that was also That kind of reminds me of, what is it, DK's Mountain from Double Dash on GameCube, where it fires you out of the canyon, it fires you out of the cannon, and it takes you to the top of the mountain like that. That's kind of what that reminds me of. How it takes you up the thing, to the top of the pinball machine, and then you race your way back down. Very cool. Waluigi. Okay. How are we gonna dip that? Okay, it's gonna come up. It's gonna come back and bite me in the butt, though. Oh, yep, there it is. I thought I was literally just about to say, "Hey, look, I made it through scot-free." Just kidding. I knew that was gonna come up and bite me from behind. Alrighty. Well, at least I was playing 50cc and everybody else is slow. Otherwise, that would have been infuriating getting snuck by that just before the finish line. That's going to be an infuriating course, I can tell you that right now. Just because that last little area, and they placed it there. You know that the developers, when they were designing that course, you know that they put that last little region right before the finish line just to make you so mad. Like, they knew what they were doing when they put that right there. Similar to on N64, like I said before, with Yoshi's Canyon, where they put that egg just before you kind of crossed over the bridge and exited the canyon and went up to the finish line. It wasn't right in front of the finish line like that one is, but it's the same kind of mentality. It's just like, we're going to punish somebody with this. Just absolutely merciless. But with that said, Turnip Cup, not mad at it. I feel like some of the courses, very simple. The first half, I would say, of the courses on that were pretty simple. Calamari Desert, I think I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was faithful to the original, but it also added a new level of depth with the train tracks and the dynamic course, the way the track changed like that from lap to lap. I really enjoyed that. So overall, I think out of that bunch, Calamari Desert is my favorite strictly because of nostalgia. If that nostalgia filter wasn't there, I'd probably have to give it to Waluigi's Pinball. New York Minute, it's pretty, it's fun, but it is very minimal, being, inspired by the mobile game. And then, what is it, Mario Circuit 3 from SNES? There's just nothing to it. I mean, it's nostalgic, it's fun, it's cool that it's in the game now, but there's really not much to it. It's minimalist, but also, that one I'd be willing to say it's oversimplified, or it's like overly simple. It's not just minimal, it's like meh. It's also hollow, if that makes sense. So now we're going to jump into the Propeller Cup, which includes Sydney Sprint, Snowland, Mushroom Gorge, and Sky High Sundae. Let's get into it. So I'm pretty excited for the Propeller Cup. Sky High Sundae, the new course, I'm really excited to give a try. Now, we're starting out with Sydney Sprint. Okay, so we got some trains on the side of the course. I'm assuming it's going to be similar to New York Minute, in that it'll probably be very, 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 very drift heavy, and pretty simplified as well. With the fact that it, in mind that it did come from a mobile game. I do appreciate, at least I made it over the river. I do appreciate, though, with these different waves, that they give you a pretty solid, nice assortment of courses. Like, you get, seemingly, I'm just going off the trend of the first two waves here, you get, like, one new, original course, never before seen, right? That's new to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then you get usually like 2 tour courses. So if the tour courses, they're all kind of the same in that they are like their gameplay. They are very drift heavy. They're pretty simple. And pretty dynamic, but pretty simple still. Dynamic in, like, the track changes every lap, essentially. But simple in that there's not a lot. There's not a lot of flying involved, or any flying involved, I don't think. I'm trying to think back to my few days of playing Tour on my phone. But there's not a lot of, like, dynamic elements to it other than the fact that the course changes every lap, or the track changes every lap. So if that's not really your style, no worries. Yeah, there's no avoiding that. No worries. There are, only 2 of those per wave. And then you have some old classics that are brought back for nostalgic purposes, and some of them are pretty faithful. Some of them are remastered to better fit the game that they're being, the Switch, and better fit the control scheme. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with how these waves are being rolled out. Nice diversity when it comes to course selection. Yep, hit me. Go for it. Yep. It's so angering, dude. It's so angering. I feel like this also exemplifies my point of why, and it's not just me, everybody hates the blue shell, I think, but why the blue shell is so garbage. Because, like, right now, I am miles ahead. In first place, I am miles ahead of the poor sap that's in second place, which I believe is Luigi. Seems like him and Wario are kind of duking it out. Maybe Mario duking it out for second place here. But I am miles ahead of even the closest competitor, right? Not to pat myself on the back, it's 50cc, I'm trash, right? But the fact that I'm getting hit by, like, these blue shells and all these different shells all the time is just a testament to why blue shells shouldn't exist. Because even Luigi, even if we were giving the shell to Luigi, he's still miles behind me. He does not deserve to throw anything at me being miles ahead of him, right? But you know that blue shell wasn't coming from Luigi. It was coming from all the way in the back of the pack. So, like, a couple courses ago, where I lapped the Inkling girl across the finish line, I crossed the finish line before she even probably finished her second lap, or third lap. Yeah, second lap, I guess it would have been, right? You know that those shells always come from them. They have no right to have them. But, anyway, what is this one? Snowland, I believe it's called? Yeah, you can do as many wheelies as you want. Luigi, you're not gonna... It's not gonna fare well for you. Taking a leisurely drive through Snowland. Alright, I like the design of this one. I forget what console it said this was from. I think Game Boy Advance, I want to say? And if that is the case, if it is a Game Boy Advance... I'm trying to remember... Game Boy Advance was still using sprites as well, right? I think 3D... This might be a lie. I'm trying to remember back to all the Game Boy Advance games I played. I had a Game Boy Advance SP, actually, back in the day. I'm trying to remember all the Game Boy games I played. I think they were all sprite-based. Or at least the vast majority were sprite-based. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. But, so this one, again, is another one where it's like, it may pay homage to its original, but it won't be ridiculously faithful to its inspiration, to its original form. Because, again, it's totally 3D polygon-based now. It's not sprite-based anymore. So, like, Game Boy Advance courses, SNES courses, they are what they are. They're nostalgic, but they have... Nintendo basically has the creative license to essentially do whatever they want with it within certain mild parameters, I would say. it's not until you get to, like, the N64 era, DS era, that you start to kind of expect a little bit more faithfulness to its original version, if that makes sense. GameCube era, too. Well, yeah, I said N64, so yeah. Anything post N60... Oh, you jerk. You jerk, Penguin, trying to screw me up there. But yeah, like I said, as far as handhelds go, you're looking at the DS. As far as consoles go, you're looking at the N64. That's where you kind of want to see more faithfulness to their original forms. But with that said, this course wasn't super, dynamic or anything, but I love the design of it. I think it's a nice minimalist course with a really, really nice polished design on the outside. And the penguins sliding across every so often actually, well, obviously adds a level of peril, of dynamicness. So I enjoy that one as well. Yeah, on to the next one. So now we're on to Mushroom Gorge, which was a fan favorite from the Nintendo Wii, Mario Kart Wii. It looks beautiful already. It looks very polished. This one I think I'll be able to recognize if there are major course differences. Like Coconut Mall was pretty faithful to the original. I feel like Mushroom Gorge is another one that I'm going to be able to recognize pretty well. Of all the Mario Kart games, I think I spent the most time playing... I'm a big console guy. I never really was a huge handheld guy. But I did play some Mario Kart 7 on 3DS. But primarily my biggest ones I played were Mario Kart 64. I know Mario Kart 64 like the back of my hand. With all the courses, the entire game essentially. I know it by like the back of my hand. That's Mario Kart 64. Spent a lot of time playing Double Dash on GameCube as a kid. Now that one is a little bit different because I haven't played it in quite some time. Mario Kart 64 is a game that I still revisit. Mario Kart Double Dash, I actually don't own it at the moment. I gotta get a copy of that, I believe. I think when I sold my GameCube like an idiot way back when, I also traded in my copy of Mario Kart Double Dash. And I feel like that's the story for a lot of people, trading in their GameCube games and now revisiting them and seeing how ridiculous they are on like eBay and stuff like that and Mercari and reselling. It's like the biggest mistake of recent gaming ages is like trading in your GameCube stuff or selling your GameCube stuff or even just giving it away to like a neighbor. I know my one friend said like, oh yeah, I gave all my GameCube stuff away to my neighbor, and it's like brutal. Especially now knowing how much they're actually worth. Even if you don't want to play them, you could have sold them, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, so Mushroom Gorge is striking me very much like it's pretty gosh darn faithful to the original, at least from my memory. This might be a bad idea. No, we're good. We're good. Maybe. Yeah, we're good. But yeah, like I was saying, I played a lot of Mario Kart 64 on N64. Know that game like the back of my hand. Played a lot of Double Dash on GameCube. Haven't played it in a while, so I don't remember all of the courses as well as I should, probably. And then Mario Kart Wii was the other one that I played a lot of. So, Mushroom Gorge, Coconut Mall, these are courses that I'm very familiar with. And I played it more recently than I did Double Dash, obviously, as well, because, the Wii era it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. I guess it was, but it doesn't feel, in my heart, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. But it is what it is. Alright, so we're on to the last one, Sky High Sunday for the Propeller Cup. This is a brand new course. It was developed and designed explicitly for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and this Booster Course Pass Wave 2. I'm excited to play it. The last one from Wave 1, was it Ninja Hideaway, was awesome. So I'm really excited, and I'm hoping that this one's going to be equally awesome. I'm digging it so far. There's a lot going on. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus. I just dissolved through a wall there, though. That was kind of weird. Alright, there's a lot going on. I'm going to say that. I'm not mad at it, but... it does feel, I want to say, a little bit disorganized. Alright, now we're back. Oh, jeez. Now we're back on track a little bit here. Wow, I might actually lose this race. That would be so embarrassing. Especially since he just threw that bomb directly off cliff. Get the blasting. We're good. See, this is a little bit more organized. And I love this starting line. I love this. It's like a little, like, frozen ice cream bar. I guess you don't have to come this way. I try not to... maybe I just have to get used to it. Maybe it's not that bad. Or maybe not that bad, but it's not that disorganized if you... once you kind of get the hang of it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean... oh, jeez. Experiencing the course and like, you know, taking it all in. Not super easy when you're covered in ink. I'm gonna go this way this time. Oh, of course I do. Of course I get struck by lightning the one time I try to explore a different path. I think that might be the move, though. So this course relies heavily on, like, I don't know what this is. Hovercraft mode, I guess? Like, you're not even, I don't even know if there's any part of this map where you're just straight out driving. Like, with wheels. I think you're just, like, basically hovercrafting the entire time. Zero G. I'm not mad. I don't care, but... oh, jeez. Okay, off the cliff I go. I throw that backwards just in case that guy is still behind me somewhere. I see a bullet bill approaching. I slowed down a little bit to acknowledge that. I really like that, the starting line area. The rest of the course... I like the ice cream theme. Like, I like the food trucks and the vendors and stuff like that. I think that's really cute. And the Yoshi selling ice cream in there. I think the rest of the course, though, it just feels like it's just made out of dominoes. Like this might sound stupid, but or like oddly specific, but like if anybody who's ever played with like Hot Wheels cars or like Matchbox cars, imagine like building a race course out of like dominoes, like stacking them, like layering them, so they're not like flat, if that makes sense. And then you're just taking the race car and you're like, and it's like, it's okay, but like it'd be better if there was a little bit of just like a flat course. You know what I mean? Like it's not like the entire thing felt a little bit like what am I thinking of? Crap. The one course, Excite Bike. The Excite Bike course, how like the straightaways are lots of just like ramp after ramp after ramp. It's like that, but it's almost the entire course is like that. You're just like going from wafer to wafer to wafer, or like ice cream bar to ice cream bar to ice cream bar. And it's alright. I don't like it quite as much as I enjoyed Ninja Hideaway in Wave 1. That's just my personal first reaction. Initially, I thought it was kind of like lackluster, and it still kind of is. I like the ice cream helicopter though. The ice cream cone helicopter. That was pretty cool. The design of it is beautiful. I love the color scheme and everything. It's just the course itself, meh. I think the surrounding cosmetics and like decorative elements are actually kind of cooler than the course itself, which is problematic. But with that said, it is what it is. So that is Wave 2 of the Booster Course Pass here in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We got the Turnip Cup, which included New York Minute, Mario Circuit 3, Calamari Desert, and Waluigi Pinball. And then, of course, the Propeller Cup, which includes Sydney Sprint, Snowland, Mushroom Gorge, and Sky High Sundae. So first of all, let's break down which of the two cups is my favorite. Out of the two, I would have to say... This is tough. So for me, New York Minute and Sydney Sprint are kind of on the same level. They kind of tie. I like New York Minute a little bit more, though. So I'll give the win to New York Minute on that one. Mario Circuit versus, like, Snowland. Snowland, easy win. Mushroom Gorge versus Calamari Desert. Ooh, boy. That one's tough, because I know nostalgia is in play with Calamari Desert. I'm going to give that a tie, honestly. I'm going to say it's a tie between those two. Because I don't have quite as much nostalgia for Mushroom Gorge, but as far as the actual courses go, I think Mushroom Gorge is slightly more polished than Calamari Desert. But I love Calamari Desert nonetheless, and I want to give it another go. So I'm going to say that one's a tie. So it's kind of tied 2-2. So it comes down to Sky High Sundae versus Waluigi Pinball. And I have to say, Ninja Hideaway from Wave 1, far superior in my mind to Sky High Sundae in Wave 2. I'm going to have to give it to Waluigi Pinball. So out of the two new cups, I'm going to have to say Turnip Cup is my favorite compared to Propeller Cup. Now, out of all 8 new courses here in Wave 2, which one is my least favorite? There's no doubt in my mind. This one's actually pretty easy to decide. Most disappointing, I want to say, is probably Sky High Sundae, because I kind of went into it, again, thinking about Ninja Hideaway and how great of a course that actually is. I was kind of going into Sky High Sundae with the same kind of expectation, and it really let me down. But I wouldn't say it's the worst course out of these 8. For that one, I would have to say absolutely Mario Circuit 3 from the SNES. It worked on SNES because it was, sprite-based. They tried to bring it back, and it works. Like, it's just very minimal, but there's just super nothing special about it. It's pretty boring, to put it bluntly, and that's kind of that. So out of the 8, I would give worst in show to Mario Circuit 3 as part of the Turnip Cup. And then that just leaves which one is my favorite, which is the best in show, if you will, for Wave 2 of the Booster Course Pass. And this one's a little bit less decisive. This one's a little bit more of a toss-up. And again, this is going to come down to my personal preference, and you have to realize that there's a nostalgia filter automatically assigned to my personal preferences here. Especially since we are diving back into some N64 territory here, and if you know me, you know my channel, you know I love the Nintendo 64 era of Nintendo games. Honestly, I think for me, it would be a toss-up between... Calamari Desert, because of course, Waluigi Pinball, Snowland, and Mushroom Gorge. Now, Waluigi Pinball, I'm going to knock out of the running. I love it, but that end section where the giant pinballs are rolling around, I know I'm going to grow to hate that. I wasn't even a big fan of it the first playthrough. I got hit by those pinballs a lot, and the only reason I wasn't super upset about it was because I was miles ahead, but that's not going to be the case ever again. I can tell you that right now. So with that said, I think that disqualifies that. I hate that section. That's going to knock it out of the running for me. Not that it's a poor design necessarily, it's just I hate that section, and I can tell you right now I'm going to hate it forever. So that knocks Waluigi Pinball out of the running, which leaves just Calamari Desert, Snowland, and Mushroom Gorge. Mushroom Gorge, I don't want to give the win to, strictly because I feel like I could go play Mushroom Gorge on Mario Kart Wii, and it would be identical, or, damn near identical. It doesn't bring much, if anything, new in this new iteration, so I'm just going to knock that one out, because I had to knock, it out. So Mushroom Gorge is out of the running, which leaves just Snowland from Game Boy Advance and Calamari Desert from N64. The reason this is a tough decision for me is because, obviously, I love Calamari Desert, I love Mario Kart 64, and I really, really enjoy the changes that they made to it for this iteration to kind of better fit Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The gameplay style, the pace of the races, the new, controller configurations, all of that stuff. I think the gameplay for Calamari Desert was upgraded beautifully. But at the same time, Snowland, I can't say I really remember its original version on Game Boy Advance, but knowing what Game Boy Advance was as a console, as a handheld console, and how that, I can kind of picture what Snowland as a course probably was like, and I think the developers had to put significantly more time into making Snowland as fun and as pretty as it is here in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They probably had to do a lot more for that course than they did for Calamari Desert. So as much as everything in me wants to say Calamari Desert, because it is more dynamic, it's very nostalgia-driven for me, I'm going to have to give it to Snowland, I think. It's simple, it's minimal, but the outer lying, the cosmetics of the outside of the course are beautiful. The penguins, they add a fun element to it. It's a hard sell. It's hard to say that that I prefer it over Calamari Desert, but I'm gonna have to give best course for Wave 2 to Snowland. That's my final answer. So that's collectively my first impression of Wave 2 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. Let me know in the comment section below what your opinions are. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer Turnip Cup or do you prefer Propeller Cup? Do you think Wave 2 was as good as, worse than, or better than Wave 1? And which courses from Wave 2 do you think were the worst? And which courses do you think were the best? Let me know. Start the discussion in the comments section below. I'd love to hear your input. Again, these were just my opinions. It's nothing definitive about it, and you're obviously entitled to your own opinions. But with all that said, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube and ring that bell for notifications for when I do live streams here on the channel every single weekend now, and when I upload new video content such as this to the channel every single weekday. Make sure to smash the like button on this video and leave me a comment in the comment section below. But until next time, I am the Nintendo Beast. Thank you so much for watching.